Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are here in the lab. Is another segment of Run Tell That, another episode, and we're here. And again, always we got special people, always special people. And this time we got Commander Gregory Black, Greg Black, with us tonight. Glad to have you here, Commander. Glad to have you here, Brother Greg Black. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Glad to be here and looking forward to talking to you.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And so, what we do all the time, everyone comes on Run Tell That. We gotta say, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Okay, well, I'm Gregory Black. I'm a retired Navy commander. I'm originally from Kentucky, and I went to college. And after college, I went into military for 21 years, served as a Navy deep sea diving officer 21 years, which was a great experience for me. And after I retired, I lived in Washington, D.C. for about 14 years and then went back to Kentucky. Things hadn't changed, so I wasn't real comfortable there. So about 8 years ago, I came down to Savannah and visited. I've always wanted to come to Savannah because of the history here. And I've done a lot of study of Civil War history and slavery history.
Mm.
And I came to Savannah and spent the weekend. I loved it. Went home and packed up and have been here ever since. So yeah. Now I have a business here in Savannah. I have a business called Patriot Precision Printing, which I started about 5 years ago, and we're located now down on Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Con Ed building, and we.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna share that. We don't worry. That's why.
Oh, okay.
It's about your man. This just a tidbit. We want our people to not begin knowing who you are. So that's why. Guess what? We're gonna have a lot of time to talk about that. Guess what?
Okay.
This is the floor. So yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so again, we got some of that. And so as long as you didn't go to Kentucky State, it's all good. As long as you went to go to that blue and that green and gold, we all fine. The thoroughbreds, we don't like the thoroughbreds like that. This Savannah State territory.
I hear you.
So, I'm just throwing it out there. No Frankfort, Kentucky up in here. But
Yeah.
then now we gotta do this right here because we do this all the time. Who are your people? Who are your people? Who are your people?
Well, you mean here in Savannah?
No, I'm just saying in general because when we say that it's about who your family, what's your roots, who made you who you are.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah. Now I was born and raised in a small country town in Kentucky, a little town called Owensboro, which I say today is a little redneck town. But and growing up, my family was just a hardworking family. My father was a steel worker. And my mother was basically a housewife, and but my father was a hardworking man. He had a lot of good values. He taught me a lot of good values, and I grew up in the church, so I have a lot of roots in the church, and I think that has really helped me as far as the success I had in the military. Now, I understand there are some blacks here in Savannah, but I haven't been able to make any connections because there's a possibility that I might have some folks here when it comes to family. But as of yet, I haven't found anybody yet that I've been kin to. But I do know that there are some blacks here in Savannah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I was surprised. Oh, yes, yes. Even one Greg Black. So again, that's why they are. Yeah. So we might have to work with regards to bringing that connection together with regards to those possible family ties.
Yeah.
So yes, indeed, yes, indeed. So the
Yeah.
other thing we go to, because this is all introduction, because we want the people checking out the shows, and we said that all of y'all share. Then
Mhm.
also we go to who inspires you, or can it be who inspires you? It could be several people, or what inspires you.
Well, I tell you what, growing up, a lot of my inspirations came from, great leaders like Martin Luther King, and the ones that I really followed was Malcolm X. And Malcolm X was a lot about self-determination, survival of his people. So there was a lot of things that I were inspired from there. But perhaps my greatest inspiration was a guy by the name of Carl Bashir. And Carl Bashir was the first black diving deep sea diver in the Navy. And if you ever saw the movie Men of Honor, yeah, you'll see the story of Carl Bashir. And Carl Bashir was my inspiration for going into diving back when I came in the Navy in 1979. Now, Carl Bashir, about at that time, had already retired from the military, but I saw his story and I was very encouraged by that, and that encouraged me to go into diving. In fact, I was actually the third black diving officer in the Navy. So, and I did have a chance to finally meet Carl Bashir years later, right before I retired. But he was probably my strongest inspiration because if you know the story, they tried everything to stop him from reaching his goal, including killing him, drowning him. But he survived, and he was just an incredible story. And of course, in the military, there are a lot of incredible stories of people who overcame incredible odds to pave the way for, people like myself to do the things that we've done. So those have been probably my greatest stories of inspiration. But there are a lot of great folks out here today, some great folks in Savannah that provide a lot of encouragement and inspiration for me too. But there are quite a few of those.
Okay. All right. Well, and I'm sure proud sound will be popping up as we continue this conversation. So the last thing before we get into what you want to get into and what we need to get into, let our audience also understand. Again, we said all share. Glad to have our sister Houston Hall in the house, our sister Murray in the house. Glad to have you all looking. And we say to everyone else, share. And we're going to say, what song or songs inspire you? What songs, when you hear something like, it gives you that sensation. I feel that, again, that going forward motion, because that's what it's about. We go forward. That song that give you that joy, that jubilance right there. So what song or songs give you inspiration?
Well, I'll tell you one that just totally stands out for me, and that is Young, Gifted, and Black by Donny Hathaway. Classic. That song resonated with me when I was coming up in college, and I still listen today. Very powerful, and it's a song that I just wish our young people would aspire to. Young, Gifted, and Black. You can't say it any stronger than that. But that, of course, is, I would say that was probably the one song that inspires me the most. And then you got songs like Black Butterfly, and there's several others, but I listen to these on a regular basis because we need that uplifting, that spirit.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you are a businessman. Again, you're retired naval commander, but also a businessman here in Savannah, Georgia. And so now we get to, what is your business?
Okay. My business is, we do printing and we do signs. We do a variety of printing, everything from business cards to banners to booklets, posters, you name it. We do pretty much do it. We do programs, and we've been printing now for about 4 or 5 years, and we've actually gotten pretty good at it. And one of the things that we also do is we focus on an area that not very many, particularly Black businesses here, focus on, and that is government contracting, because there is a lot of opportunity in working and contracting with the government. And that's something that I talk to other business owners about, because if we can come together and pool our resources, there is a lot of opportunity. And I'm talking about with the local government, state government, and even with the federal government, because the federal government spends billions of dollars on products. And we, as a people, we just don't know about all the opportunities. So, in addition to what we do, we also work with businesses on doing marketing because marketing is a very important aspect of building a successful business. And there's a lot involved that a lot of people are not really aware of. And for example, everything has that has your business name on it affects how people look at your business, and everything from, business cards, how the quality of the cards, the quality of your marketing material. And that's why I say one of the things that we do is we go an extra step and say, let's sit down and take a look at what you have rather than just print it like a lot of other places do. And from that standpoint, we also provide a service. And that's something that I feel is important to us as a people, is that everything we spend money on, particularly marketing as a business, we want to make sure they get the biggest bang for the buck and get the most out of those, which I think is important. And that's why a lot of people do come back to us over and over, because if you ask for something to be printed, and if it's not right, I have no qualms about telling you that, or if, for example, if there is a mistake, because most places will just print it and say, well, that's my job. But like I say, I think it's something that we have to do as businesses to support each other. We have to be more than just customers and clients. We have to become more of a family-oriented situation where we really reach out to help each other to be successful. And that's one of the things that I also strive to do.
Okay, powerful, and I think that's absolutely necessary. And when you talk about something, and some of y'all familiar with the principle of Ujima, collective working responsibility, again, part of the Nguzo Saba that people talk about, that's what we say, it's not just during Kwanzaa that we have this, but then we understand that this is done all the time. This is a part of what we should be doing collectively, being responsible, and then working together as one. And so I want to know the name of your company and where it's located at, and how can people contact you?
Okay, the name of the company is called Patriot Precision Printing, and Patriot because I am a retired veteran, and precision is because we try to be as precise as we can in everything we do, and logistics. But we're called Patriot Precision Printing, and we're located on Martin Luther King, right next to Kim's Cafe, because everybody knows where Kim's is, and we've been there for about 6 months now, and it's a great location. We're right on MLK in the community, and we do a lot of work with community organizations and community churches and individuals in the community. And we're open 9 to 5 every day, and we look forward to. We love working with our people because there's there is so much camaraderie, and there's so much that we can learn from each other if we just take the time to. And also, we have to support our own businesses, and that's another. I'm a strong advocate of that too, because one of the issues that I think we need to focus more on is putting more resources into our communities, more jobs, more businesses, more opportunity. And that will solve some of the issues with our young people, because they need to see more of this. So that is another reason why I'm in business, and because I want to help other businesses. And we have connected with a lot of businesses in the community, and we've connected with a lot of people and organizations. And it's a great. It's great to do that. It's great to meet people.
Yes.
People like yourself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. And I was going to share, because our Black media produce publications, and that's Hello Savannah, Hello Atlanta, Hello Jacksonville, Hello Charlotte, Hello Africa. And they're produced by Patriot Precision Printing.
Right.
That are the ones that will do that. The banners, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done quite a few banners. Matter of fact, for the Martin Luther King parade, we did quite a few banners for the parade. So, and we're also looking forward to, graduation, because we got a lot of folks graduating, and we want to make sure that we do as much as we can to honor those, because those are the ones that we want to lift up, those that are being successful and those that are succeeding. And I would say this, that if anyone has an interest or a need for printing, one of the things that we do is we're very cost effective. And if there is a way to do it, we do it at a most cost effective means. And then we also provide as much quality as we can in everything that we do. So I would just say it's great to be here. I love Savannah. It's a great place to live. And I just would like to see a lot more business opportunity on the part of our folks and in our communities. And I think that if we work together, we can certainly create that atmosphere.
All right. And we're going to get more into that, because that's an important part of the conversation that's needed. This is a necessary conversation. And we have Commander Gregory Black, Brother Greg Black, again in the house with us. We're going to go to a commercial. Mr. Producer, we're going to go to our first commercial.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, from Magistrate.
And we are back. This is Run Tell That. And we have with us Commander Gregory Black, Brother Greg Black, Patriot Precision Printing, that's located on MLK Jr. Boulevard. And so basically, as he uses as the marker, that is right next to Kim's Cafe in the Con Ed building right there on MLK Jr. Boulevard. Now, when I had said something about you have done banners also, and I said, oh my God, you have been working on promotional materials for one Julius Hall. Promotional materials for Julius Hall. You've been doing that. And so you're talking about, right, you don't understand. In his book, he has slandered me in his book. So you promote this material that now spreads out to other people, these slanderous information. And Aria Scott, glad to have you with us. We said that all y'all still share, but don't be sharing this slanderous stuff that Julius Hall, again, caveat, it's not true what he has in the book, and you have helped him with promotional materials. And I've been looking at the stuff. I'm like, he helping him with the promotional materials.
I didn't know that what was in there was not true, and you know, Julius is good people. He's actually the book is pretty good. I've enjoyed reading the book, but if there's anything in there that's not true, especially relating to you, then I need to know about it. So
yes,
this is the first I've heard of this.
Yes.
But
I had nothing to do with the promotion for the concert. That was not my purview. I was not involved in that. I was not. He
Oh,
throws me out there. Yes, I was a part of the team of the student government, but I was not in charge. So again, you pass on, you spread the information, but yes, I'm putting it out there. So you all can go to Patriot Precision Printing and to get your items done. So again, you heard the wealth of information that he said, what they provide, the services that they provide. Also, I had to throw it out there. They're also a site. If you need to get the fingerprints done, fingerprints for some
right,
jobs, you can get
right.
fingerprinting done. So I want you to throw it out there because again, you are, and I have to say this right here. This is not an operation that's just trying to get by. They are in sync with regard to the technology. I got to share that with you. They are in sync with the technology, and I want that to come out. I want you to go and share some of that, just in general, with the array of stuff that you have.
Yeah, well, we have the latest equipment. We have the latest software, and we have a really good team of people. Uh, and One of the things that I particularly like doing is I love doing digital design work. And one of the things that I look forward to is working with people on if they have a business or if they have a business idea, putting that down and designing that to get the most effect out of the marketing material, because that's what's important. So if you just give us a call at Patriot Precision Printing, then we'll discuss what can be done, and then we'll discuss pricing and everything before we do anything. So we just, like I said, I love working with people, and I love meeting people, and this is a great town, and I think there is so much opportunity here. But we have to be, when it comes to marketing is very important. That's one thing I tell businesses and organizations. You can have the best products or service in the world, but if nobody knows about it, you're not going to do very well. So marketing is important, and also your image is extremely important. So everything you do, everything you put out there with your name on it, you want to make sure that it's going to get the bang for the buck, because that's what makes or breaks a business. And I've seen some very successful businesses, and I've seen some that have failed because for one reason or the other. But we're all family, and that's one thing that I specifically look forward to, is working with people and helping people to be successful. Because I always have a saying that a rising tide lifts all ships. So if I help you, then we all rise together.
No, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And with regards to this, and you brought up some points, what do you see? Because you said you had your observations with regards to what do we need to do to improve our business business power, our economic power as business operators, business owners here in Chatham County. What are the things in Savannah? What have you seen? What have you observed? What are the things that you would see to make us go to another level?
You know what? That's a good question. And one thing about me, and then one thing people will tell you, because I'm retired military, I'm old school, I'm a straight shooter. And one of the things that I think Savannah and Chatham County really needs is a strong Black business organization. We need to connect the businesses. We need to have a strong advocate for promoting business. And we just need a stronger network of businesses, because and I'll just give you an example. There was a time recently when I was looking for an electrician, and I would, like to, once again, keep the money into the community and support my own. Mm-hmm. But if there's nothing out there to tell me where an electrician is, or where, for example, in our case, a printer, then, it's very difficult to support it. And then we also need to make sure that our businesses are, if we are going to support Black businesses, that our businesses are up to snuff. In other words, we are going to get a quality product from the people that we support.
Yes.
And that's one thing that you will find about me. If you come by our store, we try to do everything first class because we feel that that's important. But it's something that I think Savannah really needs is a strong network of businesses. And I know there are some efforts out there, but I think there needs to be a much stronger effort to do what to bring businesses together, and also to introduce the community to the businesses, particularly those businesses that are top quality. And there are some top quality Black businesses here for sure, but we just need to do more to be able to make them accessible to the community, so people will have and of course marketing is a part of that too. So that's what I see. And because Savannah has a pretty substantial Black population, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have a much stronger percentage of the business revenue here in Savannah.
Yes. Yes.
But once again, it's going to take some work, and it's going to take some just putting some heads together and people working together and businesses coming together and supporting. And I'm always open to talking to businesses about getting together and doing some things, because it's a family. It's all about supporting each other. And if we don't support ourselves, nobody else is going to do that. So I think that's critical.
And that's a powerful statement. That again, if we don't support us, we can't expect other people to support us. And
That's true.
it starts at home, and it is crucial for us to do that. And so when you said some of this
Right.
earlier, that's why you talked about, and I think some people are not understanding
Right.
what's going on also, because you said there are contracts that come into play with regards to printing. And what are some of those entities that can help with regards to that? How are resources that can be directed to your company that's doing a quality job with regard to the work? Because I think some of us may have missed that. And again, we said all y'all share with regards to governmental contracts and others. What are other things out there? Or I should say, elaborate a little further with regards to that.
Well, and I'll give you an example. We are certified, and there are certain levels of certification for business to do business with government. For example, the state has a DBE, which is a disadvantaged business enterprise, which will give you some leverage in contracting with the state. But the federal government has a program called the 8A participant program, which we're a part of. And that's a program where the federal government sort of vets you to do that you're good enough to do work for the federal government. Now, it takes a little bit to get into that program, but there have been a lot of businesses that have excelled by getting in programs like the 8A program. And those are basically programs where they set aside contracts, federal contracts, that only 8A companies can compete on, or minority companies compete on, but you have to get the qualifications. But these are the kinds of things that a lot of us don't know about, and a lot of our businesses don't get access to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think there is a lot to be learned. But I'll just give you an example. There have been a couple of printing contracts on a federal level and a state level that also had a component for doing other things like like film, some things like that. And that's where we need to be able to come together and say, together we can go after this contract, because I couldn't fulfill the contract because I don't do certain aspects. There's a lot of construction type opportunity. And that's where we can come together, because we can do construction signs. But also, in addition to construction signs, there are other aspects of the contract that other folks can fulfill. But once again, we just need to know who's out there that can do these things, and we need a platform to do that. And then another thing I think is important too is that and I also kind of alluded to this earlier, we need to make sure that our businesses, if we are going to support our businesses and the federal government or the government is going to rely on us to provide business and services, we've got to make sure that we are up, we perform at a top level, because that's what everybody expects. And, it's the same way with me. If I'm going to support a business, then I need to know that that business is going to give me the level of quality that I would expect from any business. So, it's a two-way street. And I think there's work to be done on both levels. But once again, there are some really top quality Black businesses here. And those we really need to, we need to start highlighting them as an example, not only but we need an example to our young people, because there are a lot of young folks that are really inclined to go into business and doing their own thing, but they need to have some strong examples that they can look to and say, this is how it's done. Because I want to say one other thing. One thing that we don't have as a people, we don't have that uncle that ran a business. We don't have that grandfather and I talk to so many, and I'm just going to cut to the chase, white business. And they said, well, and we're actually partnered with a large printing company in Statesboro, and they're third generation. But for most of us, we are the first ones out the gate. So, we just don't. So the only way we're going to be able to is that we have to teach each other, and we have to stick together. And in DC, they used to call it teaching the secret handshakes. And so, but we have to teach each other the secret handshakes, and we have to stick together, because it's out there. The opportunity is definitely out there, but we just have to be able to be smart enough to go get it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And so with regards to this, how would you create an institution or an entity here that promotes, educates, and uplifts African American businesses here? How would you create an entity? What would be the vision of that entity or that organization or that body?
Well, one example I think would be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a 501c3, but, and I talked with one other lady, and she gave me an example when I did a thing with SCORE, and we were on a panel together. And this lady said back, we're kind of going through what they went through probably 25 years ago, when there was only a handful of women-owned businesses. Mm-hmm. So she said what they did was they started getting together and just meeting and talking about some of the issues that they were having. And one of the great things that came out is that they talked about how they could work together and how they could utilize each other's services and how they and the lessons learned. And that was one of the things that she recommended that we do as Black businesses. But the main thing is that we have to we need to be able to know what's out there. And one of the things that I could say, getting back to the magazines, the Hello Savannah, and those are types of venues that we can use to promote those businesses.
Yes.
And to also make the community aware. So we need a strong, I would say, a magazine or a directory that people can say, because a lot of folks come to Savannah and they're looking to support business.
Yes.
But if there's nothing out there, so that's why I really enjoy working with Julius with the magazine, and working with you and Julius with the magazine, because it can be a very powerful platform for business, and also a platform that we can highlight businesses and showcase businesses for the next generation coming up to say, we can do that. or if they can pick up the phone and call me. And I get calls all the time. People, young folks are saying, how did you do this? How would you get a business license? And I'm going to say one other thing too, is that there is a lot of help out there and it's free. And I talk to organizations all the time. And for example, organizations like SCORE and some of the other organizations that can kind of help with the basis. But the thing is, for us to be successful, we have to take it to the next level. And the next level is actually making the businesses successful and making money. Because it's not hard to start a business. All you need is a business. You get a register with the state and register with the IRS. You can start a business. But the trick is to get to sustain a business, and
Yes.
even bigger trick is to be able to make a profit, and that's where a lot of us fall short. But that's where the only way we're going to get that is we've got to start working together,
Right.
and we have to start pooling our resources and start going after some of these things, because I can tell you they're in government contracting. And those are just a couple of examples that I gave before, but there are a lot of other examples, maybe in things that I don't do. For example, construction. There are a lot of opportunities in construction, and and a lot of the businesses, Black businesses here, are construction related businesses. But like I said, it's just a matter of getting smart, finding the opportunities, and coming together and pooling our resources and going after some of this and sharing in this, in the prize.
Okay.
There's a
And
lot of.
all right. And we're going to be coming back. We're going to go to a commercial break right now. And Mr. Producer, we're going to our commercial. We are back. This is Ron Tell That, Jamal Toure, and we have with us Commander Gregory Black, Brother Greg Black, Patriot Precision Printing, located right on MLK Jr. Boulevard in Savannah, Georgia. And so I got to come to you with this.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact this happens, and because you are African American, are you really that good? Are you real? Are you really? Are you really that good? Can I really trust you with regards to the projects that I have? Can I really trust? Are you really that good? Are you all real? Is your team really that great?
You know what? That's a good question, and I think that's important to know that if you're going to come to me and you're going to trust me, that I'm going to be worthy of your trust and I'm going to give you a quality product. And one thing I can tell you is that we are good. We have, matter of fact, one of our main print production person, Siobhan Brown, worked in the printing. She basically ran the printing section for Staples and also Office Depot. So she's got a lot of experience. I know personally, I've been doing printing and doing uh, digital design work for several years. And we have we only have about 3 or 4 people that are working, but I can honestly say, and me being what I call an officer and a gentleman, I pride myself on doing a very quality job. And we've had to learn so much over the years. And once again, if there's any question about our ability, um, one thing that we always do, if you need an example of what we do, or we will send you a draft
Mm.
before we print anything, um, because that is a good question. People say, "Can you do it?" Now, one of the things that I do know that we do that a lot of other printers, particularly online printing, because you can get, you go to Vistaprint, these other, they're kind of like the Walmart of printing, but they will not tell you that what you're about to pay for and send out in the streets is not going to promote your business, because they don't care. All they want is your money. And one of the things that a lot of people uh, come back to us for is the fact that people know that if we print it for them, it's going to be top quality, because I don't let anything out. And then the other thing is that it's going to be what we do, or what we print is going to be um, something that we would be proud to say,
Yes,
put our
of
name on.
course. Yes.
And that's what's important. Um, but I think the main thing is just it takes a while to trust a business that they are going to do. But one thing you can do, if you go to our website, you'll see a lot of the work that we've done, and it will give you an example. And also you'll see some of the comments that our customers have made about us. And that's another, testimonial as to what we do. And I'm always open to talking to people about whatever their projects are, and we can sit down and we can look at it. I have the latest digital design programs, and like I said, I pride myself as an officer and a gentleman on doing a first class job for everyone.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
one thing I could tell you is that we're not cheap, because quality, you can't do top quality and be cheap. And that's one thing also I try to tell businesses, that when it comes to promoting your business and promoting your products, it's you don't want to do it on the cheap,
Mm.
because that gives the impression, that sort of gives. And I see people all the time that will they'll try to do everything on the cheap, but unfortunately, what people see about your business, or what people see about you as a person, really reflects on the quality. And
Right.
it's not as nearly as expensive as people say, because for an example, for $45, you get let's just say a business card design that is going to be very good, very effective, that is going to be well designed, as opposed to say, okay, I want to save $45 and go and do it myself, and then have something that, because I've seen some pretty bad business cards, and that's the last thing you want to do, is hand out a business card that is a poor reflection of your
Mm.
of your
Okay.
business. So, like I said, I really pride myself on doing a top quality, because when I was a diver, that was it was quite a challenge to do that. And most of the time, I really had to dig deep to be able to come up with to do the quality work that I knew that I was capable of doing. But one thing that I do pride my company on is the fact that we do top quality work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. And y'all heard that. You heard it. And so we want you to go and send out the name of your business and where you're located at to the audience who's checking out the show right now. And I forgot, I need to throw this out there. I forgot. Support our advertisers. That's the Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. Kim's Cafe, located at 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. Shepherd Food and Gas. Don't ride by, stop by. In addition to One Price Cleaners, located in the Farmers Market in Garden City. So again, we want you now to share where you're located at, what's the name of your business, and what are the hours.
Okay, our business name again is Patriot Precision Printing, and we're located on the corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Gwinnett Street, in the right next to Kim's Cafe. Wonderful spot. That's another great example of high quality operation. And we're open from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And we once again, our prices are comparable to anywhere you're going to find in Savannah, and the quality is going to be probably better than you're going to find anywhere in Savannah. So once again, we're right there on the corner next to Kim's Cafe. Great place to come and eat. I can vouch for that for myself, for sure. And I think the world of them. And once again, we can print pretty much anything from banners to posters. We print a lot for churches, for sororities. We also do signs. We do booklets. We do anniversary programs. We do school anniversary programs. We just do pretty much everything. And I personally get involved in every product. I looked at it, make sure that it's top quality. And one thing, like a lot of people, once again, appreciate, if they do it, they send it to me, and it's not right. Now, you know, we'll do whatever you want to do. But at the same time, I am going to make sure that what you're paying for and what you're putting out there with your name on it is going to be representative of the kind of image that you want the community to have. And that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Yeah. So I don't know if that covers it, but I certainly appreciate it.
Well, yes, and that's why I said, again, coming up, you got weddings coming up. You got weddings. You got to have for weddings. You have graduations, again, and all levels of it with regards to that. And that we have a bunch of fanfare that's going to be going on, class reunions. You're going to have all this happen, and you need items. And so, again, we have someone who can provide you with a quality service, a quality product, and we want you to understand, we have to support us. We have to support us. We need to let people know about us, because we run to other people at time and that they get wealthy, but then also our community lose the economic dollars, and then we're not understanding what's going on, because again, we decide to take the dollars out of our community when we have people within our communities that can provide a quality service.
That's exactly right. And to me, that is the long-term key to solving a lot of problems with our young people, with crime and things like that, is that we have to put resources into our community. And those that are there, we need to support them. And that, I think, is critical for the future. It's critical for the future of Savannah, because like I said, I've always believed that a rising tide lifts all ships. So if we support our own, we as a people rise together. And that is, once again, I believe that wholeheartedly. And if you have a business and you want us to support your business, then be sure to let me know. And if there's anything I can do to help promote your business, I will definitely do that, because we get a lot of, we connect with a lot of people and a lot of businesses. And I certainly believe that if we don't do it, we don't support each other, nobody else will.
That's right.
There's no other way to put it.
That's right. That's right. And we can't be about lip service, because I shared this with regards to the Hungry Club Forum. That was the beginning of this month. And I shared with them, I said, with regards to when we talk about this involving tourism, Black tourism,
Right.
but it's about Black businesses in general. I said that we must be conscious, we must be committed, and we must be sincere.
Right.
And so we must be conscious that this is what we want to do and be committed to doing it. We can think about it, but then we have to take action with regards to and be sincere. And so
Right.
that being sincere is reciprocal, it is mutual. That again, you go to a business and that they are appreciative of you coming to them and that they show you a quality service and also show you, I'm going to say, they treat you like you want to be treated.
Right.
You know, you now understand that person, you respect that person, and they feel like, okay, we're in this together. Because I can go to them, I can talk to Mr. Greg, and Mr. Greg's
Mhm.
gonna listen to me, and he's gonna give it he might change my vision up and help me to see that it
Right.
might not be the best way, but this is the best way, because he wants to make sure that I'm not gonna put out a quality product, or I'm gonna have a great banner. I'm gonna make sure that people see this right here, they're gonna like this, because again, that is a reflection of his business. And so,
Right.
and I tell people about it. Hey, you know, he was the one that did this right here. Go check them out right there on MLK and Gwinnett Street at 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. So again,
Yeah.
that's what this is about. And I
It
tell
is.
yeah,
It is. And like I said, if I can make your business successful, then we rise together. And that's what, that's what I strongly believe in. And that's why I think it's so important that we work together and support each other. It's just no other way to look at it. It's just common sense, is that, we a rising tide lifts all ships. So we have to work together.
that's right. And my brother Jack Silas up in the ATL metropolitan area said that's why we've been friends forever, because of respect, mutual respect. And that's the thing I tell people. When you have that right there, that takes you a long way, and you have relationships that are tied together forever. And that's why I say that's the thing that I love, when you are able to deal with people and respect their humanity.
Right.
Wonderful thing, and then especially because now I know that you're not trying to get over, or you're not trying to use me, you're not trying to abuse me. Because guess what? Hey, you like me, and I like that, because I should like me. I should love me. And because if you're reciprocal with regards to that, guess what? We can always go forward. So yes,
No,
absolutely.
You're exactly right. And that's one of the things that, if you look at many of the comments that you see on our website, or if you look at all of the 5-star ratings that we have on our on Google, a lot of it is the fact that people like to be treated like they're important. And my project is the most important thing to me, so it should be important to you. And that's one thing I tell businesses too, is that your customer has got to be number one. You have got to respect who they are. You have to respect what they want, what they desire, and you have to deliver what they want. And if you call us, that's one of the things that you'll find, is that you'll find a very caring group of people that really care about what you do. Because I can tell you, some of the competitors that we have, we get a lot of business because they don't get treated very well when they go to the other places. They get treated like, they walk in with a dollar sign on, and they say, well, give me your money, and then they send you out the door and flip you off, and could really care less about whether you're successful or not. But when you've got skin in the game like we do, and we're a part of the community, then we have to respect each other and what each other is trying to accomplish. So once again, I guess the only way to really understand what we're talking is, if you have a project, give us a call and see if what I'm saying is true. And I think you'll be amazed. We have a lot of customers. We have a lot of repeat customers, because for that very reason, and because that's what's critical.
All right, and that's it. So again, the name of your business, where it's located at, and what services you provide.
Okay, once again, we're Patriot Precision Printing. We're located on the corner of Gwinnett and MLK Boulevard, right next to Kim's Cafe. And we're open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And if you go to our website, it's patriotprecisionprinting.com. If you go to our website, you'll see a lot of examples of some of the really incredible work that we've done. Also, you'll see a lot of comments from our customers, and you'll see a lot of the certifications and things that we've gained over the years. And it's through hard work and effort that we, have gained these certifications, and we've gained a lot of trust from people. But once again, the only way to know that for yourself is to actually talk to us and find out if it is for sure. So you can reach us through our website. You can actually submit your project through our website, and we will send you a quote. We'll always let you know how much everything costs before we do anything, because that's a big part of service, is that what it is that you're dealing with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the very last.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's the very last question, because again, we winded down the 57 minutes because we did a little brother show. The very last question is probably the most important question to you, Commander. I'm going to say this to you. My brother Jack South, who's watching right now out of ATL metropolitan area, that we all want to know. We want you to respond and answer. What is the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia?
Oh my God. Oh my God. My wife is saying Jenkins.
Yo,
did I get it right?
Jack, he got Jack. My God.
Jenkins High School.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about Jenkins High School. We had a young man that worked for us and through the church, and he graduated from Jenkins. This is one of the sharpest young brothers I have ever got to know, work with. He's a very spiritual brother, came out of Jenkins, and right now he's a junior at Georgia Southern. And I said, whenever I think of Jenkins, I think of him. So Jenkins, you gets the nod.
It's all understood. Julius Hall, the rest of y'all, with your hate, all that, just you out the window. Again, the commander has spoken. And again, Jenkins has a JNRTC program also.
There you go.
I'm just giving it to you. We were glad to have you. Commander Gregory Black, Brother Greg Black, Patriot Precision Printing, located at MLK and Gwinnett Streets. Glad to have you, and you'll be on some of our other shows too. This has been Run Tell That, and we thank all y'all for checking out the show.
All right. Glad to be here. Glad to talk to you, and I love my people, man. Love my people.
Appreciate you too. Love you too. And thank all y'all for checking out the show. And check out the rest of the shows on Our Black Media. We're signing out of here. See y'all next week. Peace and blessings.